Hello and welcome to The Spill, your daily pop culture fix. I'm Laura Brodnick.
And I'm Tina Burke.
And coming up on the show today, it's a very special day because Taylor Swift is officially engaged to Travis Kelce. And it wouldn't be a Taylor Swift announcement engagement if it wasn't peppered with secret messages and hidden meetings. And we're going to get into all of those because I have Australia's resident, that wasn't even a joke, resident Swiftie expert sitting in the studio with me.
Yay! It's the best day of my life.
It is the best day of your life. Like, literally, people, you came to work, you've got a white skirt, someone gave you a flower.
Someone gave me a flower. The lovely Ellie from our office bought me a rose as though I am engaged.
I feel like a lot of people are celebrating this today. So take me through. So the photos came up on Instagram about 4 a.m. Australia time. And I feel like half the women in Australia just woke up instinctively.
It wasn't me because I was deep in slumber because like
so
I'm an insomniac. I stay up really late. So I did not wake up on a whim, but I know so many people who did, who just like woke up in the middle of the night and saw this.
I slept like a bat. If she had put that up at 1 a.m, I would have been
we would have
on
been
it.
there.
We would have
sure.
been there.
That would have
Next
been you
time.
and me.
I'm
Next
sure
time.
when her weddings photos come out, we'll be on top of that.
Hopefully. I'm going to be just awake all the time from now on so I don't miss anything.
Okay, so take me through the announcement.
Yes.
It was a series of photos, a carousel on her Instagram, collabed with Travis.
Yes.
Slightly unfortunate that what's his Instagram name? Killer
Trav.
Okay, what are you going to do? You can't change a man.
You can't change a man, but I do absolutely love that. Yeah, like imagine sharing your engagement, arguably one of like the biggest celebrity engagements of our modern day.
The biggest
like,
celebrity
huge,
engagement. Yeah.
And your boyfriend, now fiance's handle is Killer Trav. Like I just love collabed with Killer Trav. I love it.
I feel like she's so into it. She loves that. Okay, take us through. What was in the photos? What was the caption?
So it's kind of them in some matching Ralph Lauren ensembles, already sold out. Fans have investigated, found the dress. The dress is sold out. There we go. He's got like a knit jumpery thing on, and that's also Ralph Lauren.
Is she a Ralph Lauren girl? Is he a Ralph Lauren boy?
She actually doesn't really have like brand deals in that way with clothing, but she's, that does fit her whole vibe, right? Her house by the sea, her obsession with the Kennedys, that feels very Ralph Lauren to me.
No, she freaking loves the Kennedys.
She loves the Kennedys.
At the end of the day, she's just a girl.
She's just a girl. Yeah, so it's quite like, maybe classic all-American engagement vibes is what you get from these photos.
Do you think they meant to match outfits?
I don't know, because it's hard to tell if this is when they got engaged or if this is an engagement shoot.
That's what I was going to ask you, because I think it is an engagement shoot.
Me too.
Not the actual engagement moment.
I agree. And look, Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift. Maybe she'd love it. But if I went and got engaged and then there's like a man hiding in the bushes photographing it, that's not for me. So I do think this is a photo shoot after the fact. Yes. Maybe it's the same day, but I do think it's like an intentional engagement shoot, as many people do, and it looks beautiful. So they're in this like rosy garden, which actually people have found out / also Travis Kelce's dad confirmed is at Travis's home, but he had sort of transformed it into this beautiful elaborate rose garden. Who knows what the flower budget was, but
the flower budget was
marrying a billionaire, you were fine. Like,
I was so impressed that was his garden. I don't know why he just didn't strike me as a man that would have a whimsical garden.
Yeah, it's got a whimsical fence and gay. It's very nice.
I love like they were trying to be so sort of like not covert because they put the photos out, but they put the very staged photos out. Yeah. You can see they've been curated and like carefully chosen. And then Travis Kelce's dad just gets on a few different radio shows, a few different morning shows. Like he was doing the media rounds. He was
love
pre-booked.
The Kelce parents because they are so like their sons are footballers. They're obviously very famous themselves. Yeah. But it's a level of fame that they're not used to. And the Kelce parents accidentally say things all the time, but they're really sweet about it. Like Donna was interviewed literally the day before all the pictures dropped, which is Travis's mum. And she's like, he's settled. He knows what he wants. And she was like, and I can't say anything else. And then obviously
they're so engaged.
They're like, surprise, it's an engagement. But there's like a photo of them in a like chair looking cute, close up of the beautiful ring, just like a nice shot of them together, a couple nice shots. It's really beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
And
really beautiful.
Very simple caption, but very millennial, which is Taylor Swift's bread and butter. She wrote, your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married.
You can just tell that she was so thrilled when she thought of that.
Yes. And there was a tweet a while ago joking about like when the PE teacher and the English teacher at your high school hook up. And someone's like, wait, did she see my tweet? Oh my God.
No, that's always been a joke about
It's always been a joke. Yeah.
They're especially meant to be those two different, like they're like kind of an odd couple together.
And she's got that vibe, right? If she was not a famous woman, she'd probably be an English teacher. And then he's like the dumb jock and they play into that with like her song So High School. So she put the post on her Instagram story, put So High School over it. So like imagine being that famous that you can like soundtrack your own engagement to your own song you wrote. What a lovely moment. I'm being a bit whimsical, sorry.
No, I love it. No. Again, this is your special day. The fact that you're not crying is actually huge. So we'll see what happens towards the end of the podcast if things get more emotional. Is there any significance with the garden? That's what I was thinking.
Like, kind of. I think Swifties, what we can do is we can assign meaning to anything.
Oh, sure.
So there's this thing.
I know.
Yeah. There's this thing called Tay Voodoo, which is not exactly related, but it's just this sort of concept that like anyone who wrongs Taylor Swift will kind of get their karma, and like Tay Voodoo comes around and gets you.
Yeah. Where's the lie?
And where's the lie? It does
All her
happen.
enemies have fallen in some way or another.
But so I do think with Easter eggs, obviously she's very intentional about it, but I also just think the Tay Voodoo is alive and well, and just things turn out for her even when she doesn't plan them. So like, yes, she does have some lyrics, like, you know, on Tortured Poets Department, she has a song called I Hate It Here. And that's, I was, yeah,
that's
great
the first
name.
time I've really related to Taylor Swift.
And like, there's a lyric in the song where she's like, she wants to escape to secret gardens in her mind.
Yeah.
There's obviously a link to like the photo shoot for her Lover album was in a very, very similar looking rose garden. So people are kind of like, she finally found like her lasting lover era in this beautiful rose garden. Yes.
Kind of cute. That's even
quite
warmed
sweet.
my cold dead heart, because it's a tough day for me because I don't love romance. And I mean, I'm happy she's happy, but the funniest tweet I saw was someone was like, wow, today the army of unmarried women in their 30s have lost their strongest soldier.
Yeah. I felt that deeply.
Deep in my...
As someone who has been like, you know, a fan of Taylor Swift since I was a teen, since she was a teen, and like her life has soundtracked my own life, to, you know, lose our ultimate single girl, despite the fact that she's been in so many romances.
It is wild that everyone calls her the ultimate single girl when I don't
and
think
she was
that
with
girl
Joe
has...
Owen for like 6 years.
She's literally never been single. She is
always
hey
now.
That wasn't said in a bad way, but she's just someone who always has a new romance on the horizon.
She had a couple single years, but then, you know, she really went hell for leather on the love.
Okay, interesting.
Yes,
but you know, fight about that. Right?
Oh my god, let's have a fight right now. But no, it's this weird thing to lose, like, so parasocial, but it's like you're losing that like last single friend. Yeah. But in a way that's also feels like I feel very parasocial clearly about this, which I've never felt for her other romances. But it just makes me feel really happy for her that this is a thing she wanted, to be loved out loud and to be appreciated by someone. And she spoke about it on the pod, and to then find out shortly after or around the time of the pod they got engaged. That's so good.
Yeah, do you think it was before or after?
Well, so there's a lot of conspiracies going around.
Oh, please tell me. I love the conspiracy theories.
I do think one of my favorites is, and I said this to my friends this morning, and they were like, well, that's investigative journalism. Yeah. My friends are like, when do you think it was? I'm like, well, he had a haircut, so it's certainly recent. Because he had this really like floppy 90s do over the summer, and then he always cuts his hair before the season starts. So in around July, he cut his hair, and he had the haircut on the New Heights podcast. She had the same nails on the New Heights podcast that she has in the pictures. She's wearing a similar lipstick. Some people think they got engaged the day of the pod. I think that's crazy.
They had such a good pod. Hey, I'm going to say, when you have a good podcast record, you are on a high.
Should we get engaged later? I don't know, Laura.
I don't know what's going to happen to us.
Maybe.
We just you come out in such a good mood that you get engaged.
Should we? Yeah, maybe. So I don't buy that. I'm like, I think he would have planned it out a little bit more than that. But I think it was around the time. We think it was recent-ish. Yeah. There is my favorite thing is that there's a scene, I guess because it's all filmed. We're in vodcast now, hey. He looks at the camera when she calls him her boyfriend.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, my boyfriend. And he looks and he does a
he's like,
he bites his lip and he looks cheeky.
Oh
and I'm
God.
like, wait, was this before you proposed, or had you proposed and you guys are liars? Like, what is this?
Do you think they had to do a pickup? You know how you do a pickup at the end of the podcast where their producer's like, guys, that was so great. Taylor, you were great. Trav, you were great. Jason, take a breath. Trav, can you just do a pickup where you go back and say boyfriend unless you guys want to announce? I think they did a pickup.
I think they did. Intern Brandon was like, sorry, guys, roll that back. Yeah. This is such a lift the curtain on podcast moments. Yeah, it's nice to be in sync with Taylor Swift in more ways than one.
Okay, talk to me about the ring, because that was a whole situation.
Oh my gosh, the ring. So
I'm interviewing you like you were there.
I picked the ring.
Because you've really invested in this.
The ring is enormous. So obviously everyone, possibly maybe the Spillers, is watching The Summer I Turned Pretty at the moment. So the first reaction everyone had online was to compare this rock of a ring to Jeremiah's ring for Belly, because Taylor Swift is so synonymous with Summer I Turned Pretty.
I know. I saw everyone just attacking that man, and I'm like, as we'll get to later in the show, I was like, stop beating his body. He's already dead. Leave him alone.
Poor boy. But that was like all over social media this morning because this ring is ridiculous. You'd be like, how heavy? Yeah. So it's estimated to be between 7 and 10 carats. A bezel, I'm not engaged if you can't tell, and I'm certainly not looking at rings.
I'm sure a lot of engaged people wouldn't also know the answer to that.
It's a setting, and the main diamond is flanked by half moons of little diamonds plus a small round thing of jewels, which gives it a vintage feel. And it is a massive, again, don't know this, Old Mine Brilliant Cut Diamond. When I saw that, I was like, are they just saying it's brilliant? No, apparently that's the cut. So it's this massive, massive rock that's estimated between like 1 million to 5 million USD.
I'd say it's probably on the 5 million.
Yeah, People Mag said 5 million, and I trust them with my life.
Yeah, me too. I trust them above people.
I have a feeling Tree Payne was on the phone this morning.
Yeah. She was like giving out ring details.
Yes.
Does it have like engravings on something that mean to? I just feel like Travis would have been really stressed about this. Because do you think he actually picked the ring by himself, or Taylor was involved?
I reckon they would have been involved.
Yeah.
Like I don't think a man just picks this ring alone.
Okay, sure.
That's a big, broad sweeping
statement.
statement.
Especially this man.
Especially this man. I don't think he would have. I think it's very her, right?
Yeah.
It's very like she loves vintagey things. She loves that look and feel. It feels very her to have this ring. It's not for everyone. A lot of people on Twitter hate it. And that's their business.
But also a lot of people just hate her style, how she dresses. And I was like, she has a very distinct style. And I say this with love in my heart. It's real basic bitch in a way.
Oh, it is.
And I love it because I feel the same way. And I feel like she saw that ring and was just like, that's the one I want.
I agree. And like you can see her glittering diamond watch in the background. Like this is just her vibe.
And when you can buy yourself anything and you have, it's different for a lot of people. They're like, this is the one beautiful piece of jewelry I'll ever own. But if you already have a collection of like priceless jewelry and you can buy yourself anything you want, you're going to be looking for like one with very special meaning that huge tall man puts on your finger.
Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if it came out that this belonged to like Elizabeth Taylor at some point in time.
Oh my God, if it belongs to Elizabeth Taylor,
or like he's engraved like their numbers or something on it. Like, I'm sure there's a detail.
Has it got engravings on it? Or you can't really see.
Not that we can see yet, but like I'm sure, like trust me, some Swifties are in
Someone's
there
going to figure that
zooming
out.
in. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, so the post went up. It went crazy. We hate to do this to get a little bit in the weeds and the messiness, but like all eyes are on. Like people have quit their day jobs to follow this part of the story of which celebrities have liked it and which celebrities have yet to like it.
Yet to like is a nice way to put that.
Yeah.
Okay, look. It's a hefty list, millions. It has very quickly become
every single person. We have time.
It has very quickly become one of like the most liked pictures.
Well, I saw all these tracking boards of like the most liked pictures on Instagram and how quick it's going up and how much more it has to go.
Yeah, it's got like tens of millions to go before it beats the most liked, but it's already one of her like most liked pictures. Well, so 24 million. At this point in time of recording, have liked the picture. A personal favourite duo of mine is Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton have both liked the picture.
Oh my God, imagine if they put their differences aside to come together over Taylor Swift's engagement. That's all those crazy kids needed.
I think that's all they needed. This is going to be the thing that pulls them back together for sure. Obviously, Sabrina Carpenter, your Jack Antonoffs, your good close friends of the couple have obviously all been sharing it, all the Kelce family.
Yeah.
I just know that some of those famous people are mad that she turns her comments off. Her comments are off on everything. So it's just like at this stage, who liked it, who shared it.
Because they would be, still so excited. You know how like in comments people love to say
love
like,
to say
you know.
You just
can
know
be like, still so excited for you. So excited since this time last week when you told me, love you so much, can't wait for the wedding, which I will be invited to.
Yeah, you just know Donna Kelce had something to say. She was ready. Yeah.
Oh, she'll do a talk show.
No, I can't wait. I can't wait. But obviously one of the most interesting ones is that Carly Kloss. Oh my gosh. Carly Kloss liked the post. So huge news. One of the most famous like friendship breakups of our modern age.
Well, more than a friendship breakup. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up, but that's what people are. We have to acknowledge one of the biggest parts of history in the world.
Yes, Carly Kloss, the gay laws, which
they're
is
having a huge day.
That's the name of the subsection of Swifties who believe that Carly Kloss and Taylor Swift were in a relationship that was romantic. And there's like things that have happened over time
who have never wavered in their devotion to this topic.
And even still, they're making memes that are like acting as though Taylor's been engaged or proposed to under like duress. Like, they don't believe this romance.
Well, some people are like, oh my God, has anyone checked on Carly Kloss? Is she okay? Yeah. I'm like, isn't she like heavily pregnant with her third child with her
married
husband?
With children. She's at dinner with the Trumps.
She was still in there with a chance.
But yes, so she liked the post, which is obviously she went to the Eras tour but wasn't in the fancy VIP section. She bought her own tickets.
Walked up those stairs, and was that the time then Taylor played the song that's supposed
and kept staring. Yeah, she played her song that is like some fans believe was about Carly. And you know what? We've all had a friendship breakup, and actually kind of sounds a lot like a romantic one if you sing a song about it.
Yeah. There's a lot of song lyrics like the shape of your body is new and like the street she lived on, the gate they went through. So not to speak on your area of expertise, but
are you a secret gay lord?
I almost think maybe. I'm just saying I've seen the PowerPoints.
The PowerPoint
kind of adds up. A really good PowerPoint will convince me of anything.
A PowerPoint could tell you any topic is true. And you know, they've really dug into the things over the years. Yeah. And I definitely think she has written songs about Carly. She has spoken about it at length. I've been convinced at times. So like it's a big deal to obviously like a post.
They had a torrid romantic breakup, or Carly Kloss secretly helped Scooter Braun write her music from underneath her.
Yes.
Whether by accident or doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
No. And Carly's friendship with like Scooter and Katy Perry obviously became a big thing. So yes, very fraught breakdown of a relationship there. And they're fine now. However,
of course, Carly Kloss had to like that because if she didn't, it would have been such a public statement.
Yes.
But it was more her going to the Eras tour that I think really tipped us over the edge. But anyway, glad for her. Who else didn't like it?
Well, this is where things get dicey. So one of Taylor's former friends, Carly, may have liked the post. However, the one that's currently missing is Blake Lively.
Yes. And again, we don't want to bring too much of that chatter, which we will probably do later on the pod, into such a happy day. But I do feel for Blake Lively and Taylor Swift at the moment because if what we think is happening, that they've had a huge falling out of a decades-long friendship over a legal situation, and it's Blake's birthday this week, which people think Taylor Swift did this to overshadow her birthday.
No.
Which is crazy. Yeah. That's just a level of pettiness even Taylor Swift wouldn't do.
No.
But also I feel bad for Blake Lively now because all eyes are on her and it's going to be this huge statement if she doesn't like it.
And she was posting on Instagram after the announcement had gone up. So it's not, it's very much like she has not liked the post. And whatever they're going through, that's their business. But obviously the internet.
We make it our business.
We make it our business. But obviously the internet has very much kept an eye on that one this morning.
Yeah. But beautiful nonetheless. I just think it was in his many interview rounds this morning, Travis Kelce's dad was talking about the fact that Travis went and asked Taylor Swift's dad for permission, which I feel like she would have liked. She feels old school, right?
Yes.
And he had told all the family members he was going to do it. And he said one of the reasons Travis was like, okay, I'm going to do it right now this month is that both their families were pushing them to do it, which at the end of the day, I just love that no matter how famous you are, when your parents are like, just do this, you're like, okay, fill the garden with flowers.
You're like, fine, all right, get the flowers, get the Ralph Lauren, let's go, let's do this thing.
When's the wedding going to be? That's my final kind of...
Do you know what? I would have never... You asked me 2 years ago, I would tell you she was never telling us she was engaged. We were never getting a glimpse of anything. I was shocked about that too.
I thought she would have just put up a little flash of it somewhere in a visual album.
Yeah, or that pull a Zendaya and just show up to something with a ring on. That's kind of where I thought it would happen. And so I'm surprised she released photos and did it that it's all out there in this way. And that makes me think that maybe when she gets married, she will share a picture or something on her own terms. I don't think we're in for a People Mag wedding spread. God, no, I really don't. But yeah, I'm sure that it'll be coming in the next year or so, surely. Yeah.
I think she'll tie it into some sort of a special thing. She'll tie it in the background of a special album or release or something like that to kind of.
Yeah. And I mean, he's got his final season maybe of the NFL. So I'm sure it'll be after that. Yeah. Oh my God, could you imagine? No, I'm sure that he'll finish off his season. She'll do Showgirl and then maybe they'll get married after that. And then they'll
get married. Well, I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for you and your people today. At the end of the day, we love love.
We love
flower gardens and jilted ex-lovers. It's all just part of the Taylor Swift melting pot.
It is. And something that you will love, which I'm just going to tell you really quickly.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
Because I don't think you know this.
Why?
Is that
what?
Everyone on the internet, and by everyone I mean a select group, think that Taylor Swift is basically Lorelai Gilmore.
Oh my God, what?
So there is this whole thing in the fandom where Taylor Swift looks like Lorelai Gilmore and people cut edits of them together and compare their lives and put Taylor's songs over Lorelai's life.
Oh.
And what happened when Lorelai got engaged to Max Medina?
Oh, 1,000 Yellow Daisies.
Yes, she was sitting surrounded by flowers.
Oh my God. I mean, that worked out badly for them. But otherwise,
we're just pretending it worked out well. It's fine.
It's fine. But
yes,
okay.
I was like, that's an LB moment.
Oh
and
my
a crossover
God.
She won't have clocked
It is
yet.
the crossover I want.
Yeah.
I want, Gilmore Girls v Taylor Swift to come together.
And it's the life we've always dreamed of. And they all end up happily ever after.
That's
the
so
end.
true. We love that.